Make you party, no stress. See your tuma, see your way, see your body moving just a snake. When I'm on you bar, I will break my neck. Baby, you too fine, yeah. You too nice, yeah. You're killing me with love now. I'm falling in love, girl. You're so sweet. You're too nice. I wanna be with you eternity. Oh, yeah, yeah. I want your body to control me, control me, control me. Every night
Live from the King's Building in Monrovia, broader Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 104.1. I want your body to control me, control me, control me now. Every night and day, I want your body to control me. Oh, yeah, yeah. Every night and day.
Montserrado, Gomez, Cape Mount, Papalu, Mangibi, Boom, and everywhere you go. This is ABC Radio 105.1 FM.
Up with the wings, up with the
live from the King's Building in Monrovia, broader Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 105.1 FM.
All right, welcome to the midweek presentation of the program Traffic Talk. By the time it's 16.5 minutes past 6 o'clock. What's a way I like to say good evening and welcome to your number one road safety program, and that is Traffic Talk, which is a regular future presentation always on this radio. Matter of fact, it's a 45 minutes presentation, structured and designed by the radio and programs department here at the Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation, ABC Radio 105.1. A program streamed live on all of our social media platforms that includes YouTube, Facebook, our online radio service on the Orange Radio platform, and via Radio King as well. Whatever means you are listening or viewing us on this evening, I'd like to say good evening and welcome to it right here, your number one road safety and traffic safety program, a program designed to talk about those malpractices, irregularities within the traffic, a program that speaks to the consciousness of our motorists, having them doing the right thing, those right practices and approaches to driving and riding. We tend to bring them to the sense of doing those right things, like giving us those appropriate driving safety tips and quotations, and at times we bring those rightful players involved in regulating the traffic and transport sector. And so my name is Martin Fagans, urging to be my guest. Sit pretty tight by that Facebook feed of yours on your gadgets. If you're listening via FM, I'd like to say stick and stay by that radio, perhaps on the online, or whatever means you're listening or viewing. I say good evening and welcome to it. As usual, we bring you our theme song currently being played. We bring you our driving quotations, safety tips. We bringing you updates from accidents and other things around the country, linking up with our correspondent, and then calling it a day. And also, we take a music break on this platform to entertain our drivers, pedestrians, even those passengers within the car listening by earpieces or whatever means. We'll entertain them with a certain song. So stay tuned, be my guest. And we also bring you up to speed to various traffic locations, so in case you're ahead of those ways, to brace yourself for the worst and prepare for what's ahead. So stick and stay, be my guest. I'll be back after this theme song. And so welcome back to it right here on Traffic Talk. So quickly, let's just bring you up to speed to these various traffic points within our country. We'll start with first the Roberts International Highway. And we'd like to speak to the cautioners, most especially for those drivers that drive those parts. Today being Wednesday, it's a busy night at the airport. Lots of flights are coming in today, like SM Brussels at 6. And hopefully it's early tomorrow morning flight will be Royal Air Morocco. And so, sometimes some early morning flights is at 7 based upon Sky or whatever airline you're traveling with. So the rush is always on that part of the road. So we are urging our drivers to leave early, a bit earlier and prepared and drive safely and be extra careful on these roads because of the road construction work being done on the international highway, at least to the airport. So you always find these go-slows around the EOW Junction, SKD Sports Complex towards the EOW Hospital and Radio Area Market as well. Total Tinkers Village until you pass the RLJ before you have the full smooth movement of cars to other parts. So drivers are urged to be careful, be patient. Even passengers in those vehicles must learn to be patient because of the construction work being done. There's always a go slow at the GT Bank now because of the road work and the blockade been erected at the EOW Junction for the road construction work currently being carried out in the spots. So you find this go slow and traffic congestions there around the EOW SD Copper Road Junction and AB Tubber Road due to the road construction work being done. So if you're headed that way, know that construction brings lots of adjustments within our schedules and our lives. So we as citizens must brace ourselves for these things. There is a go slow around the Weaver and Prince Johnson Avenue intersection. These that are been mostly used by our drivers, motorcyclists, and tricyclists. So the fact of the road construction work being done, so at times you find this go slow in those parts. So drivers, motorists in general should be extra careful about how they approach this area, especially with the curve between the Watchtower and that private property that leads to the main avenue that links up with Rail Light and Benton. I'm urging drivers and motorists to always learn to blow their honk. Whenever you blow your horn, it's a sign of communication with the other motorists, pedestrians, or other guys using those roads. There is a go slow there, and traffic always around the 72nd Boulevard and Tottenham Boulevard intersection that links up the back road. Reason being, it's a multiple crossing point for cars, for motorists in general, and that of pedestrians that use it to crosswalk. And so we urge driver to exercise this patient. Don't use the turn lane. It's just a matter of time and you will get there. I don't think the traffic congestion is so huge and intense that you cannot get by. There is this traffic congestion around the Douala area, Momo Town, precisely Momo Town and Douala intersection, as well as the Cardwell Bridge and the Railroad Bridge that links up Logan Town to Bushra Island. That's the Cardwell and links up Momo Town to Cardwell and Logan Town. That is a multiple crossing point as well, and also having this very narrow bridge. And so it's always a go slow, and traffic is always on this part. So drivers and passengers, prepare yourself for the worst. And then at the Omega markets, due to the huge influx of commodities from the rural parts, there are lots of cars coming in the evening hours from other parts, bringing these basic commodities of food, items that we use So there's always it goes slow around the Omega market. So we are urging drivers to exercise that level of patience. Also, our riders, that includes our tricyclists and motorcycle guys. You guys are one of the guys that are very impatient. You guys do these abrupt turns. You guys are always a major contributing factor to traffic and things that happen within the traffic. So you guys will do things differently. And there's a traffic update around the 20th Street, 19th, 17th Street, 18th, 17th Street area in the Sync-Up Belt due to the red light and that multiple crossing point around the JFK back road. So our drivers should be careful. And Inspector Moses and his team is there to regulate and make sure that your free flow is being done efficiently. So those are our traffic updates from our end right here. And so stay with us. We'll take a short break. And we'll come back. We'll bring you our driving quotations for the day, our safety tips, and link up with Suleiman Jallo on this platform. Stay tuned to ABC Radio Traffic Talk, always on this platform. Welcome Ben and V right here. That's Ben Amar there in the USA, aka Benevolent, but shortly known as Ben and V. If you remember the song Fatumata, he's back with his latest efforts from his current EP, and this one is called Control Me, and the time is 26 past 6. If you are stuck within that traffic, let's hope this song is going to help you get by. Live from the King's Building in Monrovia, Broad and Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 105.1 FM.
Montserrat, Home, Cape Mount, Buffalo, Mangibi, Boom, and everywhere you go. This is ABC Radio 105.1 FM.
Control me now. Every night and day, I want your body to control me. Oh, yeah. Every night and day, from my head to my toe, baby, anything you want, you can take it. The way you moving on your body, man, you making for my man calculate. Go, Ghana in my head now. I Romeo like you like Juliana. Marco, I know your ass, yeah. I ain't got Cocolio, we can take it there. I can take it to the red light.
Live from the King's Building in Monrovia, Broad and Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 105.1 FM.
Can they give it to me? Yeah. Show it to me. Give it to me, baby. Oh, no. I want your body to control me. Every night and day, your body should control me. Every night and day, I want your body to control me now. Every night and day, I want your body to control me. No, yeah. Every night and day. I will buy the car for the chamo.
live from the King's Building in Monrovia, Broad and Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 105.1 FM.
live from the King's Building in Monrovia, Broad and Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 105.1 FM.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Antonio, Miss Wealthy Baby, and I want everyone in Liberia to know that I love listening to
105.1 FM.
Baby, you know you my own love. You know I love you. You know I need you.
live from the King's Building in Monrovia, Broad and Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 105.1 FM.
Okay, welcome back to it right here. The program is Traffic Talk, and today is May 3, 2023 edition. And the time is 28 minutes past 6 o'clock, and we are here up until 6:45. And so let's then break you our driving quotations here on this presentation. And our driving quotations for the day says that take care of your car in the garage and the car will take care of you on the road. How well you take care of your car is how well it's going to run effectively and be efficient within the traffic. And so you as a motorist, your car could be your bike, your tricycle. How well you service it is how well it's going to perform and take care of you within the traffic. How do you service and take care of your car? By making sure your wiper works, your brakes, your clutch is intact, your engine is well functioned, and everything is checked on your motor vehicle or your motor object. With that, it puts you at the extra edge of driving and riding, and be relaxed, knowing that your vehicle or that object in which you ride is in a better shape and condition. And our second driving quotation says that drive slow and enjoy the scenery. Drive fast, enjoying the scenery. Drive slow and enjoy the scenery applies to this, means that drive slow and enjoy the scenes within the road and enjoy everything. But then when you drive fast, the scenery you're going to enjoy is going to be injuries, accidents, or perhaps the great beyond. And I guess you as a motorist, a rider, or driver, wouldn't want that happen to you whenever you're in that moving object. So please learn to be a bit different and careful whenever you're in with the traffic. And so our traffic safety tip says stay alert. Staying alert means driving needs your full attention. You keep an eye out, not only for yourself, but for other driver signs. Keep your eye on the road. Driving needs your full attention, not half of it, your full attention. You need to be attentive at all times as a rider or as a driver. You have to watch out for other drivers, other road end users, other motorists, signs, pedestrians, and make sure to always drive sober and fully rested. With that, pushing the extra edge of being safe, and that's the number one safety tip for today. Avoid pedestrians. No, that is avoid distractions. Focus on the road. Avoid becoming distracted by storing your phone away. We know right now the phone is every adult toy and main form of communication. But for us as drivers, two ways you can keep your phones close to you is by wearing an earpiece, airport, or connecting your car to the speakers of the car to be able to talk whenever somebody calls you. And void out social media when you are driving. Void out reading text messages, whatever text that comes in. If you think it is that important, pull over and attend to that phone. But you cannot be driving, looking through your phone to call or to read that text. The law of matter says two things cannot occupy the same space, and that is applicable to driving principles. You cannot be driving and be distracted. Pay attention to your environment, and your environment has to do with the roads, the sidewalks, and the road and users. Make sure your driving matches the surrounding environment, that is your road, and those that are behind or ahead of you or want to cross as well. Watch out for the weather, especially in this rainy season. One reason you as a driver need to learn to watch out for the weather has to do with the fact that at times the electronic devices on your car that has to do with your lights, wipers, might be faulty. And so if you watch out for the weather and load the weather forecast before the day ends, put you at an edge of preparing for the worst case scenario, so in case it arouses. And also change other dangerous drivers. So being aware of your surrounding, you watch out not only for the weather of your cars, you will take into consideration other motorists that are dangerous who just don't apply street rules or driving principles to the driving. Prepare your safety. Prioritize your safety by buckling up your seatbelt, adjusting your seat before you drive. If all you know, your feet cannot just reach to the gas pedal, brake pedal, or the clutch pedal, you cannot be driving and adjust these things at the same time. So before you leave your previous point to your final destination, if you know that your seat is not adjusted properly, adjust them as a driver, even as a rider. And then wear those seat belts before taking off, or wear your helmets. These are things that protect you and save you as well. Prioritize your safety by buckling up and adjusting your seat before you drive, and keep those required car tools or escape tool in case of any emergency that will arise at a given time. Follow the rules. As a driver, always learn to follow the rules. Maintain a safe driving pace, considering road signs, speed limits. Remember to complete a full stop and give pedestrian right to cross. The pedestrian right of way is the crosswalk. The only right of way the pedestrian have is at the red lights and at the crosswalk, or at this blind crosswalk at various intersections. You as a driver, you must learn to give the pedestrian this very right of way when the needs arise. Keep your car up to date. Make sure your car is in a good running condition for driving. Pay close attention to warning signals and wheel sounds and gas level of your car within the traffic. At times, your dashboard is a bit faulty. Spend that little cash, fix the dashboard, let all those appliances or electronics within your car work. There are things that communicate the inside part of the car that you just don't see. And the white guy that produced that car did not make a mistake to attach electronics on this car to help communicate with you as a driver to know what's happening within the engine or the gas tank or within the combustion chambers or within the tires or whatever it is that happens with that car. The dashboard is there to communicate with you those things that you just don't have an eye to see. So spend a little money to fix all those necessary things on your car. It helps you as a driver, put you in the edge at being efficient and being safe and protecting your passengers. And when your car is running effectively and efficiently, pedestrians and other road end users or motorists wouldn't have a problem with you and your driving. So those are our traffic safety tips right here on this platform. We'll take a team song break and come up and link up with our guy Suleiman Jallo to bring us up to speed within the traffic. Stay tuned. It's Traffic Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. Live from the King's Building in Monrovia, Broad and Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 105.1 FM.
Live from the King's Building in Monrovia, Broad and Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 105.1 FM.
And so let's now bring you past reports of accidents and those things that brought major problems within the traffic from the month of February and that of March. We did that on Monday, and we thought it wise to bring on the midweek, and we're recapping on the last edition on the Friday. In the month of February, we had a total case of accident 169. Total accident cases 169. Bike to bike was 18. 18 bikes, motorcycles had accidents amongst themselves. From motorcycle to tricycle, the total accident was 6. From tricycle, the total, from tricycle to motorbike was 6. From tricycle to car, the total amount of accident was 8. From tricycle to tricycle, the total amount of accident was 6. From car to motorcycle, as what we call pen or motorbike, was 53. That's the highest number. 53 cars and motorcycles had an accident in the month of February. Self-accident, that is, driver or motorist or keke self banging or hitting to something, the total amount was 9. The total amount of accident occurred in the month of February from car to car, from a motor vehicle to another motor vehicle, was 44, which is the second highest. And the total amount of car to pedestrians, people walking along the road that got hit either by crossing or by standing in the wrong position at the wrong time, was 4. Motor to passengers, 17, and the total amount of death is 13, bringing us to the total number of 169 in the month of February, which was totally bad. So we need to do better as motorists to at least minimize these things. We know that things are inevitable to life, but when you're being extra careful as a rider, as a driver, these numbers would be in the minimum. So in the month of March, the total amount of accidents, so let's say February we had 169 cases, and in the month of March we had 144 cases of accidents. So did we do better? But let's find out. Total amount of death in the month of March resulting to motorists and motor objects accident was 17. Bike to bike was 16. Car to car was 41. Car to motorbike always is the highest, 44. Tricycle to tricycle in the month of March was none. Tricycle to car in the month of March was 11. Tricycle to motorcycle in the month of March was 5. Motorcycle to pedestrian was 13. Self-accident was 5. Tricycle to pedestrian was 2. The total number is 44. Death was 17. We don't know much about the casualties and other injuries and major things that happen within the traffic, but we gather this information from the Public Safety and Road Safety Department there at the Liberia National Police. We are hoping to lay our hands on the month of April, showing case it's been made available for us to bring to your attention. But these are interest news that we overlook at times in this country. These are lives being lost. These are individuals being injured and being made crippled. We need to take these things seriously at motorists, riders, drivers, road end users. We have to be extra careful how we do things because the objects that we have is a luxury. It's a beautiful thing to ride a bike, to drive a keke or a car. But in the same time, I'm urging us as riders, drivers, and road end users to know that the road is not a play point. When you are crossing from one point to another, make sure and do it fast and hastily because at that point, never say the driver sees me. Know that the car at times get faulty. The driver be struggling with his brake. There are things on this car. It's not only the driver that drives this car, but I think that he uses to drive this car. Sometimes they get faulty. So you as a pedestrian, when you're crossing those roads, learn to do it fastly and quickly because don't say the driver sees me. Yeah, he has eyes. He sees you. But sometimes he tries to apply that brake and it gets faulty. And if you're taking your time and being bluff boy or big girl and say, look, that's one thing I like about the people in Africa, Ghana, and Guinea. They don't joke with crossing road because the guys move at a speed where they are. Look, especially when you're on the auto route in Abidjan or in Guinea, the guys know that the auto route is there to run excessively. So you as a passenger or pedestrian wanting to cross, you have those crossing points that you are there. That's why if you find out in those Ivorian Ivory Coast or Guinea, especially Guinea, you'll see these overhead bridges or crossing point to save the pedestrians. I'm not saying that we should do this thing, but if there's a need to do. We had one before at the LU. People said it was fun, but these things help to save people's life. So whenever you get on the road as a pedestrian, know that your life is important. Get to this appropriate spot, or even call the attention of the public officer there. Assigned, say, please help me to cross. That is what he's been assigned there for to do. Take life seriously. And to our drivers, learn to respect the pedestrians. Think about it. Flip the coin around. Before you go for your car in the morning to the parking lot or wherever they should get it from, you tend to get in another object to get you there. You are a passenger. You become a pedestrian when you're walking. So if you want somebody to help your daughter or your son coming from school, learn to help others within the traffic. Respect the working as usual. Always learn to respect the white king. The blind man has not the eyes you have. The sight you have, he does not have it. So always learn to respect the white king. Let's link up with our guy Suleiman Jallo to bring us up to speed. Suleiman, good evening. Time is not really on our side. So what's up?
Good evening, Martin Fagan, and good evening to many listeners of ABC Radio.
Quickly, time up to speed. We have to go for commercial and switch.
Presently, I'm at Pacopi intersection wherein I'm observing the traffic presently. But as you may be aware, there was a time the Minister of Public Works.
Yo, my brother, just go straight to the point. Bring out of the speed. Commercial is next.
So to today's traffic at 5:40, I mean to Pacopen Junction is not as usual because there has been some expansion of the intersection. So you find out that there's a free flow of traffic at this moment is not as usual.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you notice anything in the traffic kind of bring to our attention? Accidents, other stuff that happened?
Not at all. Not at all. I observed today.
Okay. Well, because of time, I have to let you go and hope tomorrow we can get more information from the traffic from you.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm also available.
Okay. Okay, because of time, we wouldn't, we're unable to entertain much information for our guy, but he just talked about park up in. We left that out. Like he said, because of the road expansion work being done, there's always a free flow of movement between motorists in that part. And so on this note, we'd like to draw down the curtains, but quickly, let's just recap our driving quotation that says, take care of your car in the garage, and the car will take care of you on the road. Drive slow and enjoy the scenery. Drive fast and join the scenery. On that note, my name is Martin Fagans. I talk to you tomorrow on another edition. Stay tuned to ABC. The commercials are next, followed by the announcements. Live from the King's Building in Monrovia, Broad and Buchanan Street, this is
ABC 105.1 FM.
Rovia, oh, Rovia. Yes, Rovia Logistics is back. Have you been looking for a one-stop shop to rent and hire machineries of all types? Look no further. Rovia Logistics